Right, hello, welcome back. Shall we continue trying to sort out this pile of Switch Lite consoles? Now, I'm going to put some out the way, and by some I mean all of them, apart from this yellow one. We'll start on that. Stack these up in the corner, and let's see if we can find out what's wrong with this. So first things first, let's find a charging port plug. Not charging. Not charging. So it did charge because clearly I've put some charge into it somehow. Let's give that a bit of a clean out. Okay, well maybe I'll get a proper switch charger instead of whatever that is that's laying around. And if that doesn't work, we'll put a little sticker on it that says USB port. Oh, there you go. Started charging straight away and started charging straight away. So it's just not liking that cable because this is a proper switch charger. So that's okay. Back, no. Let's go back to there. Obviously I might need to get those changed out. Down to controllers and sensors. Test input devices. So they all seem okay. Let's go and test the no. Controllers and sensors, control sticks. So that seems okay. Can it find a wireless network? There's no point connecting it because the Wi-Fi in here doesn't work, but as long as it shows some networks, yep, it shows that one. Happy days. So I'll find a cartridge. Let's put a cart in. Yep, that reads that okay. Well, this seems fine. It's just got a grubby case. So do I have a spare case for it or a spare rear shell for it? Let's have a look. Ah yes, of course we do. We've got the one that didn't have the board inside. Although, what apparently console doctor have looked at this before. Have you now? Nice to know. The LCD and stuff on this doesn't look too bad. We have got a million things that fall out of it, and who knows what the analog sticks are like, but I think that screen might clean up all right. give it a bit of a wipe over. There's some marks on it, but that's kind of all right. So I'm going to put that to one side, and we'll have a look at it at some point in time. But for now, I'm going to just pop the back off of this one. Did that scoot along on its own? Let's just test for touch devices, controllers and sensors, touch screen. No, it seems okay. Oh well. Right, I'm going to pull this apart and swap the back off. We are missing several screws. Okay, someone's put something useless in there. Oh well, we're going to have to try and break it off. Let's get the cartridge out first. Obviously it is quite handy when you have lots of spare parts laying about. Oh, well, that's just going to fall out. So yeah, this is completely knackered. Can't imagine why. And that doesn't look terrible. But let's get this one on instead, as that looks much nicer. Out of curiosity, I do wonder if someone has crafted this to be a bit wider, because they've put the normal switch one in instead of the switch Lite. Where's my charger? Just see if I can't wiggle that on. What I'm going to do is, I'm just taking this back off, is I'm going to get the little files out. And just give it a little widening. Nothing too much, just right, let's have a little look, see how that fits now. No, we're going to have to do some more. I've ordered some USB ports, because I know at least one of these has a well, not one of these, but one of the other ones that had no power. I did manage to get some power into it. Well, sorry, no I didn't. I'll tell a lie. One of the ones that had no power I got some power into it, and I only know I got some power into it because it popped up with the black screen, and you could hear the noises but not see anything. So I'm looking forward to having a go at that one, because I did a pink one ages ago where all I had to do was reseat a ribbon cable, and that's still going well, that one. So, but I've had a lot of comments on that saying that it didn't work, so it will be nice to have another one to try it on and see what the issue is on that one. would like to keep this looking nice. I know, they're like £16 switch lights, but still, I'd like them to be not £16 switch lights and more expensive switch lights. And that's only going to happen if they all go back together and look good. Right, so that end's okay. I reckon that's getting there. Needs a bit more on this side, because it's just ever so slightly raised. Does it still charge? Yep. Probably shouldn't have turned it on. But yeah, that still charges both sides. Right, I'm going to go and tinker with this until that fits nicely. I'll be back. Right. I am much happier with that. We've gone a bit too far on this side, but that side's looking good and it shuts properly. So now I need to try and find some screws for it. I'm going to start by stealing them from other switch lights. And I'm going to have two that are well, that doesn't screw in. That's good. Perfect. There's one. Right, I'll be back. As I have a bag full of little screws that have come out of switch and switch lights. Let's use this to retrieve anything that might be useful. So get these out. Right, let's start procuring screws. Get these all back in there. The aim is to get at least 10 of these working and in good condition. So we want a small one. Yep. Another one of those. See if this top one actually bites this time. No. It doesn't fall out, so there's that, I suppose. The longer ones, I need 4 of those for the back. And yeah, apart from a clean up, that'll be the second one out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 that we think are good to go. So I need to get 2 of the absolutely knackered ones going. Right, that's in. So yeah, it's got some chips on the top, but let's give it a quick wipe down. Yes, I know the battery is low. You'll be going on charge in a second. But it looks reasonably okay. So let's chuck that out the way and pick up the next one, which happens to be this one here. Let's get some charge into you. I might need to fill up the IPA bottle. Right, let's see what the deal with this one is. Volume works. Controllers and sensors. Test input devices. Test controller buttons. So they all seem to be good. Calibrate control sticks. Well, they seem to be good. Back of that's alright, it's a bit cracked there. Does it play games? And it's got parental lock on it. Yeah, so apart from a crack on the back of it, which I'm not going to waste your time or mine swapping that out right now, that one is good to go. I need to get rid of the parental lock. I'll be back. Right, and that's the parental controls gone. We don't like those, do we? Thanks very much for not being there anymore. I do have another rear shell for one of these, so I could swap that out because it looks a little bit shitty, but it's okay for the time being. We'll see, because we may have plenty of spare ones knocking about once these are all complete, because obviously there is a lot of them, and not all of them are going to work. So let's move on to the next one. That really doesn't look great. Let me just give it a clean up and see what this... Ah yeah, this is the one that's missing things from here. So yeah, the back needs to go, the front might... This might just be a case of swapping this into another shell, because that's pretty nasty looking. Let's get the back off here. Yeah, the power button's entirely missing. That rear shell is naff. To say, oh wow, there's a problem. Okay, so the board works all right, but that is a problem. Shall we see, as I definitely have a switch Lite motherboard. There's not too much stuff on the other side. Let's see if we can't get this off nice and easily. I don't want to melt it, see. And then, yeah, hopefully I can get rid of the other one and get this one on top with a soldering iron. But for now, I'm going to drag my little friend over. Unplug this, like you on there, and I'll come back in a bit once this is heated up and hopefully is movable, because this takes forever to heat up, and well, I probably should have bought a bigger one. Maybe I will at some point, but I'll come back in a minute. Right, that's heating up, but I don't think it's got quite enough grunt to it, so I'm going to have to get the hot air station gun thing on it as well. So with a good heat underneath and a little heat from the top, hopefully that'll be okay. Because it doesn't look like I've lifted any pads, which is nice. Obviously this is just the old scrappy board that was laying about. Let's have a look underneath, because there is a button under here. That still seems to be okay. None of the other bits have come off, so I could potentially do the same to get the other one back on there. But for now, I'm going to get the board out and I will return to you in a bit once I've taken the board out. Right, we're out. We've got this to look at, but also it's not going to go back in this shell because the post to hold this in is broken. The front shell snapped there, so we're going to strip any bits we need from this. This battery will come in handy for testing some other things, but first I need to try and get this off without, oh fuck, completely mullering everything. And as I said, I've got some other switch Lite spares kicking about, so I'm going to see if I can just use one of those. Let's get these down to the end. Clamp that in place, and with this one I am just going to drop a load of flux onto it. As it doesn't matter if that plastic melts, because well, we're not keeping that. Obviously it does matter if I pull the traces off. So it needs to be properly warmed up. Well, that's the end of that. And let's hope that those bits in the corners weren't anything special, because they're gone. I'm going to presume they're just posts, but who knows? I guess we find out once the other one goes back on. Annoyingly, I'd love to zoom in like that, but then I can't actually see what I'm doing to try and work on it. Because I need to get this sitting nicely on there. But that's probably not going to happen. I haven't ever actually changed one of these before, so perhaps I may need to enlist the help of that wonderful little cooking device again. So yeah, wish me luck. And I suppose we'll come back when it's heated up a little bit. I have noticed I've got a slight problem on here. That there looks like it might be the post of the old one. So I've got to try and pick this off. And hopefully can get a shot of that. Yep, good. And now I can attempt to put it back. Just got to look at the side. Oh, fucking hell, that scared the life out of me. I'm using this daft little thing to try and get that in place. But obviously, I've got a camera in the way as well, so it's not the easiest job. Right, they look to be in the right spot, so I'm going to do what I did last time. Get a bit of heat on this as well. And hope that this has caught everything. I guess there's only one way for us to find out. They look okay, that does look ever so slightly off centre. But there's not much I can do about that. It's where it is because that's where it is. Right. I'm going to turn the little cooking device off and I'll come back to this in a bit. Right, it's on. I've given it a clean up. I have tapped on the sides and given it a bit more stability, and I've got plenty of flux off. There's more to go, but let's plug it in this wonky old case for now, as I know there's some charge in that battery. And let's see if it still works at least. First thing is, does it work? The next thing will be, does the SD card work? In that sort of priority order. Don't need to chuck in the game card reader because we're not going to plug any games in yet. And even if the game card reader is knackered, we can just swap in another one. These things are an absolute pain in the arse. Let's try the other side first. Right, that's that one in. That doesn't seem to want to go in. I presume we're not going to make enough contact there to get that to come on, but let's have a look anyway. Where's that charger? See if anything happens. I mean, it might not even come on. I think I can see the backlight, so yeah, that is the, yeah, the backlight's on. So we're doing something, but I've got a crappy SD card here. I don't know if this works. I don't know what happens when you plug an SD card in. Hang on. Right, well this one's so knackered. I know this card's mullered, but when you plug it in, you get that. So it'd be nice if I could at least hear that noise. Have we yeah, we have got. No, I'm going to need to get that screen in. Right, I'm going to wrestle with that. I'll be back. I'm going to take it out and put it in this yellow one because that's a nicer looking machine. Well, I've plugged it in here. I did all of that, waffled, and then realised that it was still paused. I've plugged it in here, but I haven't got a power button attached, so I can't tell if it's doing anything. Yeah, I'll be back. Okay, change of plan again. I'm going to take it out of this case and I'm going to put it in this one because this one's got the power switch and is nicer, so we'll put it in there. Right, we're in. Let's all right. Let's get some power in. Okay. I think I might have caused more damage than was already there. I've made this worse by doing that. I have mullered the this is in, I think. Oh, got sticky stuff stuck to me. Yeah, I think I've actually managed to make that worse, because that's all the way in there. What if I take that one off? All right. Maybe that's the, I think that's the, yeah, that's the touch. So that's the digitizer. And the other one is the LCD, but I've managed to make it worse. And don't know how, but somehow I've managed it. So that's a bit shit. Instead of replacing this, I just broken it and made it a black screen of death looking thing. And to top it all off, up, that made the noise. So I did actually sort out the thing, but now I've got no picture. Okay, I'm gonna get this back out. Well, I think we're gonna have to call this one a day. I've popped it into another shell. I've got some power on, but yeah, we're getting a backlight, but nothing. It's moving about. So I've tried multiples. I don't think it's the connector, but I'm going to leave this for now and we'll come back to it. So far tonight we've kind of got two going, which is a bit disappointing. I'll be back again tomorrow to continue this, but this one is going to go away. Let's unplug that and the battery, and we will come back to this as the final one of these. But for now, I'm going to see you later. So enjoy your evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.